you all for being here and for the opportunity to speak with you. This is what I want you to know about me. Well, first of all, my name is Kathy Swinehart. I'm a candidate for Board of Supervisors, and I am the supervisor for Harmony Village. What I want you to know is that I work hard, I listen to others, and I act responsibly. My background is in education, and I bring to the job of supervisor the skills I learned as a teacher and a principal. Stay focused on continual improvement, plan for success, work with other people, and respect and value all. I've been invested in our community for 20 years. I volunteered with seniors at the Fuller Center and young people in our schools. I've built gardens and picked up litter. I've spent time in classrooms and camps, and have helped launch an arts festival that contributes to all of our schools. As a supervisor, I act responsibly. I look for ways to save money and tighten our belt. I look for ways to expand our tax base with new businesses and residents. I support our land use program for agriculture, forestry, and open spaces. I support investments in infrastructure that will help us compete with neighboring counties. I visit businesses, meet with our planning director, collaborate with social services, and visit schools. I talk with our sheriff and school superintendent, and I'm prepared for all board meetings. And I communicate with citizens in letters and small meetings so that everyone can be informed. My goal is to create opportunities for people to work, grow, learn, and thrive in Middlesex. I'm in favor of helping every one of our industries to succeed and thrive, and I'm willing to look at any solutions to make that happen. One of the important facets of our comprehensive plan for the county calls for preserving the rural character and economy of this county, and I'm in full support of that. The participation in the land use program helps us to do that. I'm in favor of Middlesex participating in the land use program for agriculture, timber, open space, and if we needed to, horticulture. Okay, thank you. Well, regarding zoning should flow from the comprehensive plan. And the comprehensive plan that we're operating under now was approved in 2009 and then 2010, updated in 2015. And it's due to be updated in the next year or so. It's a chance for the county, the community, to say, how do we want to use our land? Once those decisions are made, then the zoning code should flow from that. So at this time, I think the comprehensive plan is pretty solid. It does need a few updates, but the zoning code flowing from that is working for the county. Well, first of all, anytime we're dealing or talking about private property, I think the number one consideration should be respect. People's property is very important. It's a right to have private property, and it is also something that people take pride of ownership. So in any consideration, that needs to be number one. We are also part of a community. So as neighbors, we can ask our neighbors to be good neighbors. And what we can do in the ordinances is just help people say, okay, what is the standard for being a good neighborhood or a good neighbor in this community? So that's the approach I would take. Regarding housing affordability, I think it feeds into this whole, my idea of promoting opportunities. We need to have options in the county. There is a considerable amount of housing that needs to be updated, and that costs money. So one of the things that we can do to provide more opportunities are projects like the workforce housing, Cook's Corner, which I think is terrific. That's designed to be rental. It's designed to be 2-bedroom units, and it could be a pathway to people choosing to own a home in Middlesex County. We also have options like Habitat program that is designed to promote home ownership. But what we don't really have is a lot of communities that have smaller land area and are closer together. And these communities could be rental or ownership. And the investment that we are making and that I have supported this sewer system to go into village clusters in Middlesex will enable the development, if there's a market, for multifamily housing at those locations, because the sewer will enable or make it possible to build those kind of communities. For example, you see them in Gloucester. There's one, I think it's called Fiddler's Landing near Walter Reed Hospital. And there are a lot of people who are interested in a townhome type of community. So opportunity is the answer. I'm delighted to involve residents in the decision making, and I do that by having opportunities for people to meet with me and invite people to small group meetings. But what I also do is go out and visit people at their workplaces, at the schools, at their homes, in their neighborhood associations, and begin a conversation. The other way that I communicate is through letters, letting people know what's before the Board of Supervisors, what kind of issues to anticipate, and email newsletters to let people know the same information and update them on events that may be coming up. So I am interested in having conversations. It's the best part of this job, and I look forward to having many more. Well, I believe what I can bring to this is abilities and skills to collaborate with other people. In the past year, one example of that was when we were considering the 2019 budget. And we had an ask from the departments, which I highly respected, from the county and from the schools, but it was just too much. It required too much of a tax increase. And in order to keep us moving forward and keep the momentum going and keep people on board with some of our initiatives, I offered a substitute budget. And that substitute cut $1.3 million from the ask. It reduced the proposed tax increase on personal property by 5 cents. And working that way with the support, there was a 3-2 vote on the Board of Supervisors. I worked with my colleagues on the board to pass that substitute, to keep us on the path toward being competitive and planning for the future, to secure our investments in infrastructure like sewer, water, and broadband, but to keep us competitive so that people here can thrive. And that is what we need to do. We are competing with Lancaster and Matthews and Northumberland and other counties for residents, visitors, and new businesses. And in order to do that, we have to steer our ship and stay committed to moving forward in this county.